What's that? That's a mob king?
Niggas feeling marvelous.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z is facing accusations of a minor crime that allegedly took place at an MTV VMAs after-party in 2000 alongside Diddy. However, Jay-Z and his legal team are firmly denying the allegations, claiming that they are being targeted in an extortion attempt. In a statement, Jay-Z declared, "I will not give you a single penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family." After much anticipation, the moment many have been waiting for has arrived. Jay-Z is now officially being sued, with some very serious accusations being brought against him. But rather than directly rejecting the claims, Jay-Z made a puzzling statement that seems almost self-incriminating, though it's unclear if that's his intention. For months, rumors have circulated that Diddy, Jay-Z's longtime friend, might try to bring him down with him, and this refiled lawsuit seems to be feeding into those whispers. Back in 2000, Jay-Z and Diddy are accused of committing a terrible act against a 13-year-old. It almost feels like the moment of truth has arrived. Instead of outright denying the allegations, which would be the natural response if someone accused you of something so horrific, don't you think the first thing you'd say is, "That's a lie"? Jay-Z is claiming that this is all part of an extortion plot orchestrated by the accuser's lawyer, Tony Busby. But Busby isn't backing down. In fact, he's fired back at Jay-Z, accusing him of trying to intimidate and threaten both him and the alleged victim. It's important to remember Jay-Z's history. He's been close friends with some of the most controversial figures in the industry, from R. Kelly to Harvey Weinstein, and of course Diddy. While he's managed to avoid serious consequences for past scandals involving young women, this lawsuit feels different. It's bringing up old, buried issues, and Jay-Z's reaction shows he's clearly rattled. This isn't a polished PR response crafted by lawyers and publicists. It feels much more personal, almost as if Jay-Z himself is speaking directly. Jay-Z, is Diddy really going to drag him down with him? Get ready, because things are about to get intense. On social media, lawyer Tony Busby is accusing Jay-Z of trying to bully and harass both him and the plaintiff. But Busby claims Jay-Z's behavior has only backfired. He added that the allegations will speak for themselves and that he'll let the facts come out in court, not the media. Now let's dive into this explosive lawsuit so you can get a clearer picture of what Jay-Z is being accused of. According to documents obtained by News Digital, Jay-Z is accused of assaulting a 13-year-old girl alongside Diddy at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party back in 2000. The refiled lawsuit, which was submitted by an anonymous accuser in New York, claims Jay-Z attacked the victim while Diddy and another unnamed celebrity looked on. In a previous filing from October, the accuser had named Diddy as the main perpetrator, with Jay-Z only being identified as a celebrity present. However, the updated document now highlights Jay-Z's involvement in a more significant way. The petition calls for justice, demanding that both Jay-Z and Diddy face the consequences for their actions. The two are said to have a bond so strong that in 2023, Combs revealed that Jay-Z is the only person, besides Combs' mother, who is allowed to call him by his legal first name, Sean. This isn't just a rumor. Diddy himself confirmed it during his appearance on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. Although Corden has since removed the episode from all his social media platforms, possibly at Jay-Z's request, the internet doesn't forget. In the episode, Diddy proudly stated, "There's only one person I'm going with, and I call him Sean. That's what we call each other, Sean. Nobody else could call me that. He's the only person who sings." This wasn't the only time Diddy made a point of using Jay-Z's first name. In another interview, he casually mentioned it, underscoring how much their friendship has remained strong over the years despite the challenges they've both faced. Things were starting to close in on Diddy. Just months before Cassie filed her lawsuit in November 2023, Bet honored him with a Lifetime Achievement Award, and Diddy asked Jay-Z to record a special message for the occasion. Looking back, it now feels like Diddy was setting the stage, making sure everyone knew just how close he and Jay-Z were before all those lawsuits started coming to light. It's surprising that Jay-Z even agreed to do this, publicly praising Diddy. Given his influence and connections, there's no way he didn't have some inkling about Cassie preparing her lawsuit, but I guess that's what vanity does to you. Both Jay-Z and Diddy clearly thought they were invincible, but karma doesn't have a shelf life, and it looks like it's Jay-Z's turn to face the consequences. Now, let's get into Jay-Z's unusual response to the lawsuit. Normally, Jay-Z doesn't respond to much of anything, but this time he put out a public statement just a minute after the news broke, and it honestly sounds like something he wrote himself without even running it past his PR team, you'd think. Instead of starting his statement by denying the accusations or addressing the 13-year-old girl, Jay-Z chose to begin by claiming that his lawyer received a blackmail attempt from Tony Busby. He went on to say that he wouldn't give in to these demands, and listen to what he wrote next. He claimed that the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny was meant to pressure him into settling, but it had the opposite effect. It only made him more determined to expose Busby as a fraud in a big way. "No, I won't give you a single penny," he said. But here's the thing, how about denying that you were even in the room with Diddy and the 13-year-old girl before you start talking about money? Jay-Z didn't offer any direct denial in his statement. Instead, he shifted the focus to how he and his family were the real victims. He even suggested that he could never commit such an awful act because, according to him, he follows some sort of moral code. "I'm not from your universe," Jay-Z said, adding that he's a man who made it out of the projects. "Brooklyn doesn't play these games," Jay-Z said. "We have strict codes and honor. We protect children. You, on the other hand, seem to exploit people for personal gain. Really protect children. So protecting children means being close friends with R. Kelly and even collaborating with him on an album after being made aware of the allegations that he abused Aaliyah when she was a minor. But there's more." Jay-Z continued, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will now have to calm our children down, especially one who's at an age where her peers will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims." He went on to talk about the cruelty and greed of the people he mourns, saying he feels like he's losing yet another piece of innocence. Children shouldn't have to endure this at such a young age. It's unfair for them to try to understand the unimaginable levels of malice meant to destroy families and human spirits. But here's the thing, why bring his wife and children into this as a defense? It feels weird and manipulative. If you're truly innocent, just deny the accusations, sue for defamation, and say you're ready to face your day in court. By the way, Jay-Z also demanded. Busby filed a criminal complaint saying that the allegations were so serious that he urged authorities to file criminal charges instead of just a civil suit. He argued that anyone who would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked up. "Wouldn't you agree these victims deserve real justice if that were the case?" he said. So, once again, Jay-Z doesn't directly deny the accusations. There's no clear statement like this never happened. Instead, he focuses on calling for criminal charges, fully knowing that such allegations would be difficult to prove after so many years. And then Jay-Z ended with, "I look forward to showing you just how different I am." Is that a threat? Why not just say, "I look forward to clearing my name in court"? To me, this sounds strange coming from someone who usually stays silent on rumors and lets his team handle everything. He really should have let his legal team respond for him. Instead, he took an emotional approach, and now he's left to deal with the consequences of this public response. In addition to his response, here are some of the viral social media reactions to Jay-Z's statement. Many people found his message to be condescending, narcissistic, and filled with victim-blaming and gaslighting language. What stood out most was that Jay-Z never outright denied the accusations. Some users expressed how unsettling it was to see the image of Jay-Z as this calm, collected figure now being linked to such serious accusations. One person even compared his statement to a late-night erratic tweet saying, "This doesn't sound like Jay-Z at all." Others were quick to point out his ties to Diddy, questioning how he could still claim innocence after being friends with him up until recently. Some even noted how Jay-Z's statement seemed to scream, "I'm not one of you," a sentiment that only fueled the backlash. Then, Tony Busby entered the scene, refusing to back down. He fired back at Jay-Z's statement, calling out his efforts to suppress his client's case. Busby made it clear that Jay-Z had previously denied being the one behind the lawsuit, but now it was all out in the open. Tony Busby made it clear in his latest statement that the case filed against Jay-Z is far from frivolous. He pointed out that his firm sent a demand letter to Jay-Z's lawyer on behalf of an alleged victim who never asked for any money. Instead, the victim only requested a private mediation. Since then, Busby claims that Jay-Z has not only taken legal action against him but also tried to intimidate both him and the plaintiff. However, this approach had the opposite effect. It's only made the plaintiff more determined, and Busby is proud of her strength and resolve. As for the allegations, Busby says they'll let the court filings speak for themselves, emphasizing that they plan to focus on the facts in the courtroom, not the media. This means we're likely only at the start of a much larger saga. Jay-Z's response to the accusations has raised more questions than answers, and with Diddy already tangled in his own legal troubles, it's clear this story is far from over. The connections, the timing, and the refiling of the lawsuit all suggest there's much more beneath the surface. So what do you think? Will Jay-Z end up facing serious consequences like his close friend Diddy, or do you think he's too influential to fall at this point, and could Diddy have orchestrated this to bring Jay-Z down with him? Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure to catch the next video.